questions.
Lincoln, we saw Gary Bryant working on the scout team today. Does he plan on redshirting?
He right now the plan is to see what redshirt.
What kind of challenges does Golden State's offense present for you defense?
Yeah, a lot of challenges. You know, they do a good job in their different personnel groupings. They're very creative with the personnel that they use. They've certainly got a system that they believe in, a style of ball that they believe in, and they do it very well. Quarterback's playing good ball for him. You see his experience starting to show up more and more as he gets more game reps. And then, they just present a lot of challenges in terms of all the things they do with their tight ends, their motions, their run game, marrying the play-action game off of it. It'll be a big challenge for us, there's no question.
What do you see for Malik's role the rest of the way?
Rest of the way.
Yeah.
He'll get healthier. He'll get better. He hasn't been full speed here the last few weeks, but he's gaining on it. So we want to get him back healthy, get him moving around the way he can, and when he does that, he'll have a significant.
How's Cortland doing? Just generally starting the week, and how do you see that left tackle?
Good. Yeah, good. He's full participant today. Both of those guys were, and so it's good to have both guys back healthy.
Are you expecting to continue the split, or?
We'll see. We'll just got to watch how the game, how the week unfolds, how these guys practice. But having them both healthy is certainly a big plus for us.
What did you see from Mason Murphy, who got in for a few reps in the game?
He actually had a bad first snap. Just leaned a little bit too much, and it wasn't the. It's like I told somebody, it's almost like putting a kicker in for his first career field goal for about a 60-yarder. I didn't put him in a great position there on just as the way the situation was. And after that, did some good things. So he's practicing well. We're gaining confidence in him the more that he does.
Jerome Monheim had a really clean game on Saturday. How have you seen him improve since springtime?
He's been fantastic for us. I don't think he's missed one day of anything. He's a really consistent competitor. He's mentally tough and very smart when you consider his age. He's advanced there. I mean, he is, in those two areas, he's above and beyond what you would typically see with especially an offensive lineman that age. And that's what's giving him a chance to play well. And he played good the first game. He played better against Stanford. He played even better the other day. So he's getting better fast and quickly becoming a very, very good player.
When you see Malcolm Epps, you might think big-bodied receiver, but he was lead blocking a lot for you guys on Saturday. What did you think about his growth and kind of that aspect of the game?
Yeah, I've been proud of him. His background was a little bit different than that, but we talked about a role that certainly was going to involve being a very physical player, and if he wants to have chances to catch the ball like he did the other day, then he had to really prove himself from a physical standpoint, blocking and toughness and knowledge of the game, and he's done a good job. He's another guy that I feel like has been, from day one, has never questioned anything, has been completely bought in. A team-first guy, an unselfish guy.
What do you think of his interception?
That was awesome. It was a great play. He did a good job. I mean, he's a big target to throw over back there, and those plays can be unique because they can, like that one, it can scramble out and take a lot of time, and you've got to have some feel for it. And he did a really nice job.
You talked about Julian's consistency a lot. What was the first moment that really popped to you though as a special talent?
I thought he was very good in spring. I thought fall camp, his game, he had a couple of days out here, fall camp where he was just outright dominant. We couldn't block him. I thought he got a lot better physically throughout the summer. And then the impressive thing is you see some guys that have made a few plays in their career. All right, they practice hard for a little bit, they're doing well, they have a couple of good days, then maybe they, one day they don't quite show up. You felt like I felt like in camp we noticed his presence every day, which is tough to do because literally you're playing football every single day and not just practice. Our camp was, we went at it, and so just his consistency of making an impact is impressive. And then obviously the other thing that's very impressive is his ability to play inside and outside, not just mentally but physically, transition between both, because there's some things that they're saying, but obviously there's a lot that's different there too. So it's pretty impressive what he's doing.
Is there a spot he's better at, you think, inside outside of comfort zone for him?
Depends on matchups. Depends on what we're trying to do schematically. There's a lot that goes into it. I think he's pretty comfortable at both. there's certainly times where we like him inside and times where we like him on the edge, and I'm sure we'll continue to mix that up because we do think he can potentially be a mismatch at both places. And it's good obviously to be able to keep people off balance. You know, it's a lot easier when if a team's got a really good interior lineman, he plays the same place every single time. It's a lot easier to target them. And you know, with Coach Crinch and the staff, Coach Nua, the guys are very creative is moving him around and moving that target, which makes it a little more difficult to play against.
How was it of Caleb's film from Saturday?
He played pretty good. I didn't think. I thought he started the game well. I thought probably he didn't play great at the end of the half like we did early as an offense. We missed a few things, missed a few opportunities. And then I thought came in, made a couple of quick adjustments and played really clean second half. So it was a very good performance that can definitely be better, especially there at the end of the half.
How was it that Solomon Bird ended up on your radar first this offseason?
He was in the portal. We saw his name go in the portal. If I remember right, he went in fairly early. There was a long period of time because we knew he wouldn't get out until later, and he was on the radar. We were talking to him for a little bit, and then for one reason or another, again, we recruited so many portal guys that time. I gotta try to keep them straight, but. At some point, the communication between both sides kind of drifted off. Didn't feel like it was going to happen, and then it kind of picked back up again. And as time evolved, we just knew we needed another guy on the edge. Like we liked what we had, we just didn't have enough of it. And then we've said several times, I'm obviously glad that we made that phone call there towards the end of spring back to him to see if he was still interested, and he was. And certainly lucky for the Trojans.
You said that fourth and goal stop at the end of the game was your favorite play. How important is that now heading into this week against the Oregon State offense that's kind of getting more into it?
Yeah, no, I mean, plays like that will be important. You know, it's watching them. That's been, you know, strength of theirs this year. I mean, look, they beat Fresno State on a play very much like that. I mean, it wasn't fourth and goal, but essentially was because it was the last play of the game and a goal line play, and it's been a strength of theirs offensively and defensively, and it's been a strength of ours too. So it'll be. Now, I mean, a game like this on the road, you're going to have some tough short yardage plays and some big moments like that. And I think, you know, our guys have got confidence that they can make them, but we know it'll be a fun challenge to make them on both sides up there.
Let's do one more.
I think Brett is PFF's top rated center for what that's worth. Have you seen him improve in a certain area, a specific way that he's kind of grown since you've had him?
You know, he's a smart kid. He's doing a good job mentally with all that we throw at those guys. So he's been impressive there. I think that's been expected. I think we've challenged him to do is like you're not Rudy. You know what I mean? Like, you have some ability. Like, everybody looks at him and sees, all right, he's not a 6'4", 310-pound center. Like, okay, we get that, but like you'll watch a guy in the weight room. Like, he's strong. Like, he moves a lot of weight, and his at times your height there or lack of it can be an advantage, just like some of the best defensive linemen in the NFL right now. I mean, look at Aaron Donald. I mean, he's not 6'4" walking around, but the leverage and all that he plays with, he makes it his own advantage. So we've really pushed him to play better physically, like to go learn to play out of his hips more and use some of that power and strength that he has and make sure that that's showing up on the field. And I think he's improved in taking some of the strength that he possesses in the weight room and transferring that to the field and playing with a little bit more pop. So that's been really key for us.
Thank you, Coach Riley.